The Spruance-class destroyer was developed by the United States to replace the many World War II-built Allen M. Sumner and Gearing-class destroyers and was the primary destroyer built for the U.S. Navy during the 1970s and 80s. First commissioned in 1975, the class was designed with gas turbine propulsion, a flight deck and hangar for up to 2 medium-lift helicopters, all digital weapons systems, and automated 5-inch guns. Serving for 3 decades, the Spruance class was originally designed to escort a carrier group with a primary ASW mission, and later had a land strike capability added with the addition of the Tomahawk cruise missile. Rather than extend the life of the class, the Navy accelerated its retirement. The last ship of the class was decommissioned in 2005, with most examples broken up for scrap or destroyed as targets. The class was originally designed for anti-submarine warfare with point defense anti-aircraft warfare missiles. Upgrades provided anti-ship and land attack capabilities. Design. The ships were initially controversial, especially among members of the United States Congress who believed that their unimposing looks, with only 2 guns and an ASROC and Sea Sparrow missile launcher per ship, implied that the vessels were weak compared to Soviet designs which carried large numbers of anti-ship missiles. The Spruance class was also unfavorable compared to earlier U.S. designs which had more visible guns or launchers for the standard medium-range missiles. Despite the criticism, they were successful in their intended ASW role due to their seaworthiness, quiet operation, and ability to operate 2 helicopters. The entire class of 30 ships was contracted on 23 June 1970 to the Lytton Ingalls shipyard in Pascagoula, Mississippi, under the total package procurement concept originated by Robert McNamara's Pentagon. The idea was to reap the benefits of mass construction, but labor and technical problems caused cost overruns and delayed construction. 4 additional ships were built originally for the Iranian Navy with the Mark 26 standard AAW missile system and ended up commissioned as the Kidd class for the U.S. Navy. The Kidd-class destroyers used the same hull as the Spruances, but they were more advanced general-purpose ships with significant anti-air warfare capabilities that the Spruance class lacked. It was once planned to build all of the Spruance class up to this standard, but it was too expensive. A slightly lengthened version of the hull was also used for the Ticonderoga-class cruisers, originally planned as DDG-47 class destroyers but redesignated as cruisers in 1980 to emphasize the additional capability provided by the ship's Aegis combat systems, and their flag facilities suitable for an admiral and his staff. An air-capable mini-V STOL aircraft carrier with fighters and ASW helicopters based on the Spruance hull was seriously considered but not produced. Decommissioning. In order to save $28 million a year, the Navy accelerated the decommissioning of the Spruance class, though they could have served to 2019 had they been maintained and updated. Despite the recent modifications to the Spruance and Kidd classes, they were still considered expensive and manpower-intensive to operate, while the succeeding Arleigh Burke class were more capable and versatile due to their Aegis combat system while also being more cost-efficient, and by the end of the 1990s many Arleigh Burke class destroyers had entered the fleet. While the early Flight 1 Arleigh Burke ships only had a flight deck, Flight 2A and subsequent vessels added the enclosed hangar, which made their aviation facilities comparable to the Spruance class. The U.S. Navy planned to replace its current destroyers and cruisers with the new Zumwalt-class vessels, but the 2010 U.S. defense budget funded the construction of only 3 Zumwalts, and production of Arleigh Burke class continued as it became the U.S. Navy's only operational class of destroyers after the USS Cushing was decommissioned on 21 September 2005. Rather than being preserved in storage like some older classes or offered up for sale to foreign navies, some were broken up and the remaining majority of the class finished their lives as targets in various fleet exercises. The last Spruance-class destroyer on active service, USS Cushing, was decommissioned on the 21st of September 2005. It was unsuccessfully offered to the Pakistan Navy before being sunk as a target the 29th of April 2009. The 4 Kidd-class destroyers were decommissioned in 1998 and were sold to Taiwan in 2005 and 6. One notable exception to this fate is the ex-USS Paul F. Foster, which replaced the ex-USS Decatur in 2005 as the self-defense test ship. The SDTS is remotely controlled to tow a barge targeted by live weapons. This avoids the safety concerns and other problems associated with man-ship exposure to live weapons. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel and check back for our next video.